you know that there's over 1 billion people in the world today that are grandparents, because humans live longer and we are spending more and more time with our parents and our grandparents, which is a really good thing. If you are lucky enough to have your parents around who can be supportive and a great role model for your children in your life, then you are a lucky person. I am. I have a couple of sets of grandparents for my children, and I'm extremely grateful for that opportunity. So in this video, I want to go over advantages and the fact that your children should spend as much time as possible with their grandparents. So let's get right into it. Please do take this video with a grain of salt. It's from personal experience, and of course I am educating myself because I do have 4 children, and I'm getting to a point where I want to make sure that I don't mess them up. So as much as I can, I'm educating myself, and I really encourage you to do the same. You will understand your children that much better when you actually know the psyche behind it, like why they actually do the things they do. Number one thing that is really good for your children to have the grandparents around, because it doesn't benefit just the children. It's a proven fact. It's a scientifically proven fact that it prolongs their life. They are living that much longer because of your children, because of the energy exchange, because of the physical activities, because you have to go outside with them, you have to be active, you have to kind of match their personality, and by doing that, your parents are gonna live that much longer. I understand, and I'm sure you do too, that spending time with small children can be exhausting for your parents, but it also improves and boosts their cognitive performance, so they are that much better on their feet. Another really big and positive thing is that you are co-parenting, and usually mothers who have a strong co-parenting relationship with grandparents are doing that much better mentally, physically, emotionally, because they know that they have that in their back. They have that wall of grandparents that are always ready to jump and help. That makes the whole process of raising children, especially if you are a single parent, that much more easier to bear and that much more successful. Another big thing is, again, it was scientifically proved that children who are being raised by parents as much as by grandparents are that much more socially more acceptable and more socially competent. They are actually much more easygoing, and they are more extroverts than introverts, because grandparents tend to take their grandchildren everywhere and anywhere. So when they are doing that, they are exposing those children to different people. The segregation of classes by age was such a big mistake, because younger or like small children should definitely spend time with older people. They learn so much from them, and when you are involving your parents and you let them spend as much time possible with your children, both parties are benefiting from it 100%. Grandparents have that much more patience when it comes to your children. My father, oh my God, my father can play with my toddler, with Gabriel, for hours. They play with like little cars, little dinosaurs, and I'm just sitting there thinking, oh my God, thank God for my parents, because I don't have that level of patience, unfortunately, already, because I have, besides children, obviously, so many other responsibilities, and I'm sure you do too. So when it comes like at the end of the day and they want to play and they want that one-on-one attention, because it's so good for their self-confidence that someone actually spends the time to play with them, to get into that imaginary world of theirs, and they do appreciate that. They actually get that much more closer to one particular grandparent. Having your grandparents and having that much more patience with your children, it's gonna benefit. It benefits your children 100%. Children's ability to self-regulate becomes that much more better because they are being attended to, because of that one-on-one interaction. Because when you are a single mother, it's kind of hard to divide your attention to all children. So when you have some grandparents and some kind of help from the outside, it benefits the children 100%. They feel like they matter. Someone actually spends that one-on-one time. Someone understands them. Someone listens to them. So it's a great thing to have them in your life. Grandparents can install so many good qualities and so many good habits. First of all, number one thing is, besides habits, they will learn another language. If your parents are from a different background like mine are, they will learn a new language, and grandparents are going to be that much more adamant to actually maintain that language and to speak to them in that language, which is like a great thing to have. And they will install those habits, certain holidays, certain traditions. They will teach your children, and they will make sure that they cook particular food for that tradition. It's a great thing to have, and if you are lucky enough to have your parents around, then there's not much more you can ask for. Grandchildren build a better immune system for their grandparents because they bring all of those germs and bacteria from daycare, from school. So your parents become that much more physically resilient to different viruses because they already went through all of them with their grandchildren. There was actually a study done in Boston College, and it proved that emotionally close relationships between grandparents is associated with less symptoms of depression for both grandparents and grandchildren. Grandparents can be great teachers just because, as I said before, they do have that much more patience with your children, and they will take their time, and whatever they think that they failed with you, they are gonna make sure that they do it with their grandchildren. Whatever they couldn't offer to you as you were growing up, if they have certain guilt kicking in, because all Eastern European parents feel guilty nonstop. So it's kind of a bonus for you, because their guilt is gonna make them that much more patient, that much more fun to be around, and they are gonna actually sit with your child through their homework. They're not gonna throw a fist like you would because you're tired and exhausted after a day of work and grocery shopping and cooking and cleaning. So do include your parents. Let them be a part of your children's life. Generally, children tend to kind of imprint on their grandparents, which is an extremely good thing, having that close relationship for them. I'm watching my children as they are older now. My first set of children, they are 15 and 17 now, and they are very close with my parents. I don't know, this is how kind of the way the dynamic went in our family, but I can see how much happiness and how much joy it brings to my parents when they see the older kids. The older kids were taught particular manners, particular way of talking to their grandparents. Treat them with respect. This is great qualities that's gonna really improve further down the line their ability to cope with this world and to actually move on in their life. And I can definitely see it in my older children that they like their company. They think their grandparents are funny, and the way they talk, and they're very old school. Because of the certain level of respect, they have a certain level of kind of shyness. So they're being at their best behavior around my parents, at least. So make sure you include your parents or your in-laws in your children's life, because they're going to learn to shape up around older people, and they're gonna learn how to actually treat others with respect. And it's not that you are not gonna do a good job as a parent, but having that extra help besides of everything else, having that extra influence on your children is gonna truly benefit them. Please do comment below, what do you think are the benefits of having your parents besides the obvious ones? And give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet. My name is Valentina. I'm a single parent with 4 kids, and I'm gonna see you in my next video.